Hello, viewers, and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. We continue to take a look on what's happening in the nation of Zimbabwe without fear, without favor. At this point in time, we are looking at something like this. We have seen the government of the Republic of Zimbabwe. They've introduced something which we need to take note of. They are talking about new law to govern social media. And this is a recent report for the 13th of March 2025. So we need to get straight to this full story and understand what is really happening, what is really taking place, and what is really transpiring. So let us go straight to the report from the Herald. And remember, Comrade Geza vakakonzeresa zvakawanda, vakaona kuzununguka kwakaitika hurumende vakati aiwa regai timhanye tigadzire mutemo mutsva kuti tigone kunge tichimisa social media. So the government is crafting a new law to govern social media platforms to address the growing challenges posed by unregulated use. Speaking at Ministers' Meet, the media meeting in Harare, Honorable Muskwere said that the new law would help enhance governance of social media, which is lacking not only in Zimbabwe, but across Africa. And is quoted saying social media is not properly governed, and this has led to a situation where people are chasing shadows that have no meaning, shadows that run ghost accounts operated by individuals seeking to demonize their own country. And he says that in other cases, we have people who have transitioned from journalists to cash-vists and politicians, and they do not have an iota of information in terms of access to information in the current government structure. Social media laws are regulations, statutes, and guidelines that govern the usage of social media or the social networking sites by making users accountable without denying them their fundamental rights. The laws differ widely in other countries, although many African countries do not have the laws yet. So this is what he says. They are saying that they are preparing new legislation to regulate these platforms and hold users accountable. And he also said that Zimbabwe has a robust governance architecture that ensures access to information through ministers, commissioners, permanent secretaries, and other officials. And we cannot continue, but this is what he said. What it means is they want social media users to be regulated, to be governed, to be controlled, so that they do pamberi chete chete zviri kuita ZANU-PF. So I'm going to weigh in and give my own views. This is not going to affect only those who will be speaking against the government, but also those who will be pro-government. For example, if you go on social media, kune varakash for ED, how are they going to be regulated? How are they going to comply with the law? Or it's going to be a matter of selective application of the law. Then we have vanhu vakaita sana mukungunugwa vekuti vanongomuka vachiti pamberi naMnangagwa, and then they become the darlings of some powerful men, and then they start to do whatever they want without any regulation. How are you going to regulate them? So another example which we can talk of is how are you going to deal with this issue? Because there are people who are outside Zimbabwe, living outside Zimbabwe, who are out of the jurisdiction of Zimbabwe totally, who might have registered their accounts using South Africa, using Malawi, using Botswana, using other countries. How are you going to treat them? How are you going to deal with them? Are you going to say because you are a citizen of Zimbabwe, so even if you are in America, you register your sites and your platforms in America, you are bound by the Zimbabwean laws? What are you going to do? How are you going to enforce it? For example, X is an American company, Facebook, YouTube, all these companies are American. How are you going to deal with those issues? Because these people who might be on those platforms might be deemed to be people regulated under the American laws. How are you going to put in place everything? So silencing people on social media will not work. Let me tell you, regulation is not bad, but silencing people on social media will not work because people will find alternatives. Hakuna chinoshamisira kana kuti chinodadisa muZimbabwe at this point in time zvekuti vanhu kana vakafunga kurwa hondo yavo inonzi struggle, they will simply find other places kwavanoenda vachinotaura about change, especially when it comes to the issues of change. Maybe regulate social media towards other things, not kuti mumise vanhu kuti vange vachitaura zvine chekuita nechange. People won't stop. That is the honest truth. No matter how you are going to arrest them, no matter how you are going to threaten them, people will not stop. That is the reason why the liberation struggle was fought, even if the radio Mozambique was banned right here in Zimbabwe, then Rhodesia. So it is what it is in Zimbabwe. Your views and your thoughts regarding this new law which is coming. We do not know the details and the contents of that law. Up until they gazette it, then we will be able to understand and know kuti vari kumboti chii. At this point in time, we wait to see their proposals.